What's up everybody, welcome to the life of a miniature painter. My name is Daniel and today we are painting a Star Wars Shatterpoint terrain. So for this terrain I really wanted to paint it like it was on a frozen area, so I was really inspired by HOTH. Lots of snow, lots of frozen buildings, so that's what we are going with today. It's going to be a fairly easy paint job, as you will see in a few minutes, and I hope you like it. Main paints that we are going to be using today are all from Vallejo model color range. Gray blue for all the metal parts, for all the walls that are sticking out. We are also going to use sky gray for all the walls and white for all the dry brush and stippling later to finish off the paint job itself. Now for the smaller details on the buildings, just to give them a little bit of character, we are going to use few contrast paints that you are seeing on your screen right now. I'm just going to show you how to paint everything on this one part of the terrain, and of course before we start painting we need to prime it, and after we have primed it white we can start painting. First paint is going to be gray blue, so make sure to dilute it with a little bit of water to get like this flowy consistency. All the walkway parts, all the metal parts, all the cables are going to be painted with this paint. If your paint job leaves some brush strokes on the surfaces, don't worry, because all of this will be hidden away with dry brush, so have no fear. Also, if you see some exposed machinery or computers or anything like this, also paint it in this color. Next color is sky gray, of course diluted with a little bit of water and fairly mixed. So as soon as it is nicely mixed, just start applying it all over the walls. And don't be afraid if you go over the previous paint jobs, because as I said, once we are finished with the dry brushing and everything, all is going to be hidden away. Even if this blue is showing through this white on some edges, don't worry about it. Everything is going to look very uniform, very nicely painted once we are done. Also make sure to paint all the lights. Next up is white. I'm going to dry brush all the gray parts with the white using the makeup brush that I stole from my wife. So as you can see, some of this streaking is showing from the previous color, but don't be afraid to go heavy with the white. Once we are done with the dry brush, we are just going to take a lot of white on our brush. You can also do this with a sponge if it's easier for you. I kind of like this brush, and you just start dabbing the building and leaving the tiny dots of paints in a random order all over the place. As you can see, as I'm stippling away, I am rotating my brush. I'm smudging with the fingers a little bit just so I can create more random looking terrain, because if you keep your brush in the same position and just stipple away, you will constantly have the same pattern going on. So you want to change it up a little bit by rotating your brush, and as you stipple away, you go on some places more, on some less, just to give it a little bit more random look. And once you are done with this, you will have a really nicely looking frozen buildings. To add more details to the building itself, we are going to use Frost Heart to paint all the screens that we find on different buildings in this nice blue color. And once we are done with that, we are going to use Gryph-hound Orange to paint various buttons, levers, whatever you see fit. For this instance, I just painted just few of these little buttons that I found on this part of the building, and every time I see like this large button, I will paint it orange. All the cables, everything I painted with the Nighthound Gloom, just to give them a little bit more, something more to stand out. And as the last color, Pilar Glacier, to paint all of these lights in the blue color, just to give it like a little bit of hint of light. And that is that. Thank you all for watching, and until next time, bye bye.